Okay, babes, last year was the first year I didn't feel so stationary. I traveled a lot, whether it be for family or my own mental health ventures, and within 2024, I saw the most concerts I've ever seen in 1 year. So I wanted to make this concerts highlight video as a little gratitude moment for me finding ways to enjoy life and hopefully encourage you to do the same for this year. Please subscribe. I want to quickly add these are not the only concerts that I'm flexing. I did see Elton John in December of 2018 and Metallica exactly 1 year later at that same venue in Birmingham. Of course, because COVID was making its masses just 4 months after the Metallica show, concerts, or any public event for that matter, were mostly put on pause. And even now that COVID doesn't have us on constant lockdown anymore, allowing us to do these public events again, none of my favorite artists have really gone on tour since, or if they did, I found out about it too late, and or just didn't have the ability to go. Anyways, this is every concert I saw in 2024. Starting on May 28th when I saw Troopers, Sharp Pins, and Finn Wolfhard. Me and my dad drove 6 hours to this venue, so we didn't see the opener, but we did make it just in time for Sharp Pins to perform all their songs from their Turtle Rock album, along with covers, and of course we stayed for Finn's set list. I am a fan of the Aubreys, but he didn't perform any songs from the Karaoke Alone album. I actually didn't recognize any of the songs he sang, but like that venue, the vibes were unmatched. It was located at the Saturn in Birmingham, and to me it was a little hidden gem of a place, so I definitely recommend visiting. The only photos I have were the ones my dad took, and bless him for not only driving me there, but for also holding my purse while I screamed along to Bye Bye Basil. It's so crazy because when I was first introduced to their music on Spotify, they had about 6,000 listeners. Now they have over 20,000 monthly listeners. September 8th is when I saw Mitski at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. This was one of those shows I didn't think about seeing, but I knew I had to make it work out as soon as I saw promotional banners for it. Mitski was my top artist for 2024 with almost 4,000 listening minutes. Her music is amazing, and she's just one of those few artists that have found ways to put my feelings of melancholy into words. I'm extremely blessed to have been within that audience that night, having such a healing experience in such a beautiful place. September 9th, I saw Mallbangs, SourWidows, and Youbet at the 529 Club, also in Atlanta. These are more underground artists as well. They definitely don't get as much hype as they should considering the small crowd that was there. I am a sucker for indie music, and I absolutely enjoyed being in this environment, listening to new bands, or just seeing people do what they enjoy. Now, I could have been more interactive with everybody that night, but with it being Shark Week and being drained from the ocean I cried the night before, I'm still grateful for the experience that I had. Lastly, November 10th, I saw DJ Tracy Young, Aly Aj, and Cydni Lauper. This wasn't a show I would have picked for myself, but this was a bucket list thing for my dad, and he wanted us to tag along. This venue was located at the State Farm Theater, also in Atlanta. Shocker. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really care for the opener DJ. Aly and AJ, of course, were iconic considering I didn't know they were going to be an opener. They shared an emotional story about how they survived a shooting and performed their potential breakup song, which we all know and love. Cydni performed her greatest hits and still sounded incredible. Seeing her perform Girls Just Want to Have Fun was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that helped heal the inner child I would have died to see her perform at her prime time, even if I wasn't born yet. Okay, that's every concert I saw in 2024. Feel free to brag about your own concert goings in the comments below, and while you're down there, subscribe! Help a girl get monetized so she can see ABBA Voyage, and if that's not motivation enough, subscribe or ticket resellers will always be 2 steps ahead.